Cheers everyone! Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kiana. Cheers to a new month. I am feeling very excited about this month. I feel like March is gonna be a really good month. I have my 1-year anniversary with my boyfriend, which is pretty crazy how it's already been a whole year because I feel like I just mentioned it like not that long ago. I feel like I have a lot of things to look forward to this month. Tonight I'm sitting down so I can kind of discuss with you guys my goals for the month and kind of reflect on what I achieved and what I didn't achieve last month, just because I've really come to enjoy these videos. It like gives me motivation, it gives me some inspiration of kind of like some new things to try in my life, things that I wouldn't think of if I'm not watching these videos. So I hope this can give you a little inspiration and just like catch you up on my life. I just poured myself some kombucha. I'm really loving this one. It's the Brew Doctor Clear Mind Rosemary Mint Sage Green Tea. This isn't like something I would want to drink at night because it's green tea, but I'll be fine. Also, how cute is this glass? I got this in that like package from Mason Margiela, the candle one. I was so surprised I got this one because they're like two different tiers. Like I saw a lot of influencers get the candle and like the matchbox, and then there's this other one which had the wine glasses, the candle, and the perfume. I was just like, who, me? I get that? I'm kind of surprised. First things first, I want to talk to you about my February goals and whether or not I actually achieved them. Just setting intentions for the month, it really helps me to make progress, you know, throughout the year. First goal was post 1 video per week on YouTube, which I can successfully check off here. I'm very proud of myself for this because for the longest time I had always been like very hard on myself with YouTube, and I feel like I just couldn't get out videos quickly enough, and just being consistent has always been like insanely difficult for me. I still think it is difficult. It's not possible for me to like pump out videos nonstop, but I just wanted to show up for myself and also show up for you guys. I understand there are gonna be people who don't really resonate with my content anymore. I'm just very excited to be posting a little bit more regularly. Anyways, but like my main goal here is to be able to like have videos prepared ahead of time so I could just like easily post them and schedule them. Next up, we have secure a new job in LA or New York. I did not do that. We cannot check that box. If you're new to my channel, I have been living at home for a while since I graduated from college, and I had like a really good experience living on my own in San Diego. But I got a job here, so I've just been living here. In order to live somewhere new, I need to get a different job, maybe something that's remote or just in a different city. I think I get a little overwhelmed and I don't end up doing anything, which I've also mentioned on my channel. This has been something that I've been working on. I've been applying to a couple jobs recently. I know that the ones that I want to apply to, they all kind of require cover letters, so I'm trying to be very in-depth when I am applying to something. But again, I just need to set aside more time and be like more motivated with that. I think when I'm just not like in dire need of a job, I just don't prioritize it as much, and sometimes I'm just prioritizing making videos instead because it's actually fun. Next, I have work out consistently, and I can say we can check mark that one. I have been working out a lot more recently and just feeling excited to be active. I'm very proud of myself for just getting back into weightlifting, and I've been taking a lot of different fitness classes lately. If you saw my recent video, I got some more ClassPass credits for free. They just sent like this promo email, and I've just been going ham using those credits. Like I've been trying out 5 or 6 different studios. It has literally changed my life, and now I'm actually gonna pay for like the actual ClassPass subscription for the month. Quite expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. I'm just gonna try it out for another month and just see how it goes. I've just been loving it so much. I feel like it's such a good way to challenge myself and like do more core focused workouts rather than just lifting. So that's something I've been really enjoying, and I think has been really helping me stay more consistent because I'm not just doing weightlifting. I'm able to kind of just do different things. It's like novelty with that as well, but also just the variety, and it's just more stimulating. The fourth goal that I had here was try out more fitness classes, which I just talked about, so we'll check mark that. We accomplished 3 out of the 4 goals here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Literally the only thing I've been struggling with has been just trying to get a job somewhere else. Now let's get into my intentions for the new month. My boyfriend and I are gonna be taking a little anniversary trip. It's just a trip. It wasn't meant to be our anniversary trip, but it ended up landing on the same day. It's just when he has spring break. We're gonna go to Arizona. I'm ready to have a self-care wellness weekend. The top of the list is gonna be apply to 3 jobs per week. I'm trying to set a realistic goal with this because I am putting a lot of thought and effort into each application. The thing with my job, or like what I'm looking for, every job is different. I just know that I need to apply to tons of different things and just see what sticks. Something that I'm thinking could work for me would be product marketing. Next intention or goal, I kind of want to set like, not like a strict schedule, weight train 3 times a week, 1 Pilates class or something a week, walk 3 times a week. I think having the 3-1-3, it'll be nice to keep track of like how much I'm actually doing. Oh my gosh, another thing that I really want to crack down on with myself is reading. But I've been getting so many recommendations. I've been using the app Libby. I got Atomic Habits on there, and just yesterday I saw a book called Start Over Finish Rich, and it had a lot of good reviews. I checked out reviews on Amazon too, and a lot of people thought it was very helpful. So put a ton of books on hold, like How to Win Friends and Influence People, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, The Defining Decade. A lot of them I have to wait like at least a few weeks or 12 weeks or something crazy like that. But the books that I'm prioritizing are gonna be things about investing and personal development books, but nothing that's like too cheesy. I really wanted to read The Intelligent Investor, but that one's on hold for a while. I think books are like one of the fastest ways to absorb really good information, and there's just so many good books out there that I really wanted to make it a goal to actually get in these books. If you guys have read any of those ones that I've mentioned, let me know what you thought. My last intention for the month is going to be experimenting with different YouTube video styles. I'm a huge fan of the arts, I'm a huge fan of filmmaking, and I just really love seeing well put together videos. Monica Church is one of my favorite YouTubers because of that. I like have different visions for videos, and I really want to challenge the filmmaker in me. But in order to like be consistent sometimes, you can't always be doing that and going like the extra mile and being super extravagant with it. Those are the intentions that I've set for March. So this is the month that I actually want to create a budget for myself, because I had been thinking about it and I just never did it. So there are tons of budget templates that you could just buy on Etsy, and I noticed that there was one for 15 bucks, but there's also ones for like $4 or $5. But honestly, I'm just gonna put together like this really rough copy on Google Sheets. Obviously, buy something if it's gonna save you time and effort, but for now I'm just gonna put some categories down and evaluate my expenses for the past month. So we're gonna go into my Chase app and look at my spending history. My February spending in total was $809.31. By the way, I have a Chase Freedom Flex credit card, and I really like it because they have the rolling 5% categories. If you saw my what I spend in a week, I already went over some of these expenses in that video. I had some appointments, I had some fitness classes, I bought some overpriced sticky socks for Pilates. All of that came out to $455. My gas for the month was $154.31, which is kind of a lot. Gas is pretty expensive. I never really keep track of how much I'm spending on gas and how often I'm getting gas. I went 3 times in 1 month, so I was saying in the what I spend a week, it's probably like once every 2 weeks. But sometimes it's every week, but it really just depends on where I'm going, and I had so many appointments, I was driving to fitness classes, so all of that added up. So my food and drink was $89.40, but also I would subtract like $30 from this because I just put my friend's dinner on this card, and I did go to In-N-Out twice this month, which is a little excessive, and I also went to McDonald's. They actually all came out to be about the same price. I got the veggie style cheeseburger from In-N-Out with animal fries, and that was $9.28, and at McDonald's I got nuggets and a cheeseburger. The cheeseburgers are like paper though, it's so thin, so you're not really getting as much bang for your buck, but it's $9.36, so I'm kind of surprised. I never really realized how close. The groceries came out to $68.24, not that much on groceries, and shopping was $41.71. All of that total $778.81. And then I'm gonna do just like a little area for my subscriptions. I actually ended up getting a new shipment of my Billy razors. I usually just postpone them like every 4 months, so it's Adobe Creative Suite's $9.99, Spotify's $9.99. I don't know why it's only $9.99 because I'm not a student anymore. Apple Care's $7.99. So those come out to $40.40. Now that we're on the March tab, I'm just going to plan the expenses, like have an estimate of how much I'm going to spend, like actually create the budget for myself. So health and wellness category was mainly appointments. I don't have any other appointments happening this month. I don't think I need to even have a budget for that. My ClassPass stuff is going to be a subscription category instead of in the health and wellness. Gas, I think we're going to just have to do $150. I'm going to add another expense. It's going to be travel, because I am taking a trip at the end of the month, and I'm not too sure how much I want to allot myself for that, but the plane ticket was $250. Planning on going to restaurants there, I'm gonna just do $600. That includes a plane ticket. Food and drink, I'm gonna just say $50. It's just gonna be in Arizona, and that is incorporated into the travel expense. Groceries, I think I'm gonna do $70. Shopping, I'm going to actually give myself a little bit of a budget for clothing, because I've been looking at some clothing recently and there's stuff that I want to buy. So I'll give myself, maybe this is excessive too, but I kind of want to give myself like $300. Wow, my total comes out to $1170. I forgot to add in the winery expenses. So that covers, that's included in food and drink. Okay. I already know how much that cost though. So that was $169. My subscriptions, the plan is going to be the same, except we're going to take off Billy and add ClassPass. This is my budget for March. So then there's like one other thing I wanted to do on here for now, and that's going to be my investments, just because this is a big part of where my money's going into. So this is just going to be index funds. So basically every month, $1,000. That's the goal. I'm really seeing how much money you can spend even if you don't think that you're spending that much money. And then you can kind of see like where you want to cut down on costs, because this whole total of like incorporating index funds, regular expenses, and your subscriptions, like this came out to $2,429.47. But this is definitely going to be like a higher spending month because I'm going on a trip. But yeah, I wanted to start getting into budgeting more, and I feel like just this is a very good start for me. That's all I'm going to cover in this video for budgeting, but if you haven't done a budget before, at least start tracking your expenses because you can at least plan for the next month. Now onto my favorite part, we're gonna go into my monthly favorites, and I have not done a favorites video since maybe like a year ago. I did my ultimate favorites video. I love talking about things that I'm loving. I love talking about products. I like talking about movies and music. I'm a huge fan of people doing monthly favorites in their reset video because I kind of look at it as a time capsule. It's like, you know that this month is when you watch those movies. It's like when you listen to a song at a specific time in your life, or when you're traveling to a certain place and you listen to it later on in life, and it just takes you back to that time in your life, like that trip. First of all, I want to talk about movies because I have watched so many movies this past month, and I'm normally not a movie gal. I'm more normally into shows, but my boyfriend and I have been doing these FaceTime movie dates because we are doing long distance, and it's been really nice, and he's able to show me some of his favorite movies. Oh my gosh, there's so many movies, but these were like before February. Harry Potter, we watched the entire series. I think that took us, like that started in November, so it was a long time ago, but I loved it so much. So in February, we ended up watching John Wick, which I loved so much. The first two movies were really good. The third one was a little excessive on the fighting, even though it's all about fighting, but I think I love anything with Keanu Reeves in it. Another big favorite has been Pilates, and I did talk about this earlier on in the video, and I just showed Pilates in my recent vlog, but I've been obsessed with Pilates. I think it's been such a good challenge for me because I'm not used to working my core, and I mean, you're using your core with weights, but it's just different because that's like core focus and you're actually like quaking. Quaking is the best word to describe me on the reformer. Like I just feel so good and so accomplished after it, so I just want to keep doing it because I think it's a good way to tone up and just like challenge my body in a different way. This is kind of a random favorite, but I've been loving making like a printable calendar like this, putting my workouts in my classes in orange, and I just put my work stuff, like when I have meetings to actually go in. I have my doctor's appointments. I put my video ideas for when I want to film them. And I've just been color coding my life basically on this calendar, and I've been loving it because I just put it on my desk and it just sits there at all times, so I don't have to like look at my devices. My other favorite is this little tumbler glass, and I actually picked this up from a little pop-up shop in Campbell. It's this small business, or the company's called Betty Boba. It's this one girl who runs this boba glassware type company. I bought this because I just thought it was so cute, and it comes with a straw, like a glass straw that is big enough for boba balls. It's just such a cute glass, and I've been using it and keeping it next to my bed every morning because I like drinking water and staying hydrated, especially waking up. Love supporting Asian-owned small businesses, especially around here in the Bay. Sometimes you buy water bottles and you don't really use them, but this I've been using. So my last favorite is this scent by Mason Margiela, the Replica On a Date fragrance. This is Grapes and Roses, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. I have the candle lit right now, and that's so good. I've already used up most of it. This is my favorite scent that I've gotten from them, but this one, it combines my favorite things, roses and fruit. So those are all my favorites. So I just wanted to do a sit down video and talk to you guys about some stuff that's going on and some of my favorites and try to get into budgeting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of inspiration for some goals that you might want to set for yourself. I think it's good to start every month with like new intentions and carrying over things that you just might have not accomplished in the past month. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.